Hey guys, what's up? This is Migs and welcome to another edition or episode of Migs Musts. Hey guys, once again this is Migs and thank you so much for joining me here and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please do subscribe youtube.com/migsbustos at salamat po sa pagsubaybay ng weekly episodes natin dito sa Migs Musts. Marami na rin tayong mga nagawa. Marami na rin tayong mga napag-usapan pagdating sa mga must. Alright, so ang must natin last week ay must be thankful. At ngayon naman, ang pag-usapan natin this week ay must be a leader. Just to give you context guys, yung nire-record ko tong Migs Musts weekly dahil ayoko lang basta-basta mag-record ng maramihan tapos salpak na lang. Para I'm taking this approach kasi ano ba yung mga na-realize ko for that week. So for last week, maraming mga naging events sa life ko na dapat maging thankful. Pero this time around, sabi ko marami rin mga naging little events sa life ko na nagpa-appreciate sa akin na on what leadership is, on how should be a leader. Hindi naman ako perfect at hindi rin ako magiging expert. Again, I always say this to my vlogs. Hindi rin ako magiging expert sa mga topics na pag-uusapan natin dito. Pero ito nga, nag-chime in lang ako sa conversation kung ano yung mga na-realize ko sa life ko and paano ba ako natututo, and at the same time, kung yung mga nanonood dito, sana meron din mga matutunan or makapag-contribute din to the conversation. So bakit lead? Why must lead or must be a leader? Connected ito sa mga nakwento ko last week about the coaches that I talked to. Coach Jeff, Coach Topex, shout out to you guys. And in this time of our lockdown, dito talaga matitest yung ating pagiging leader. Yung paano ba natin i-lead yung troops natin. Nakwento ko nga rin last week na I went back to coaching. Ang coaching setup ngayon talaga is via Zoom and online. So mga players ko are high school students. And thank you Coach Topex for recommending to me si Simon Sineki. Yan, famous inspirational speaker yan si Simon Sineki. You can look him up on YouTube. And marami akong, hindi pa marami. May mga napanood ako mga videos niya on leadership and what it takes to be a great leader. Hindi ko kokopyahin kung ano yung sasabihin niya. Pero siguro yung mga takeaways na nakuha ko doon is, number one, you must know your why. Why are you doing this in the first place? Why are you leading these troops in the first place? Kumbaga, if you're going to sell something, if you're going to sell an idea, why? Diba? Instead of what? Ang akin kasi, nakatahi din to sa lahat eh. Must knowing your purpose, going back to basics. Yung mga steps na yun really finds you on who you are and what your purpose and passion is. For me, going back to coaching, ang why ko dito is just to be able to help the future generation. Kasi I give premium talaga ngayon to wellness and mental health. Especially during this time na hindi natin alam kung ano mangyari, uncertainty, lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan, kailan ba ito matatapos, itong health crisis na to. So, paano ba natin malalagpasan yung mga struggles and battles natin? Alam natin we can't do it alone. Ako alam ko we can't do it alone. So, from this why, marami akong mga natutunan the past few months on this is my why, on helping athletes, on strengthening their wellness and mental health from my capability. Hindi ako psychologist, hindi ako doctor or anything. Pero siguro as someone who has been in sports also for all his life, baka makarelate din ako sa mga batang ito. And kaya rin ako bumalik sa coaching to be able to contribute to that aspect. That is my why. And being a great leader starts with that. I'm not saying I'm a great leader, but I aspire to be one. Maganda rin yung sinabi sa amin ni Renren Ritualo. Being a leader, you don't just get it by default. You have to earn being a leader. You don't just come there in the basketball court or in the office and say, ako boss dito, ako leader dito. Diba? Sundin niyo ako. No, it's not that way. For you to be a true and effective leader, you have to gain everybody's trust. From the top executive, hanggang sa mid-level manager, hanggang pinaka-service crew. And that is by leading by example. So how do you do that? Honestly, ako hindi ko alam lahat ng mga sagot ngayon. Pero ngayon sa steps na ginagawa ko and when we give value to mental health is by just being there, being a person, being a human, listening to their stories, listening to what they're going through. In our case, outside of basketball, outside of training. Sino ba sila? What do they like to do? What are they fond of? May pinagdadaanan ba sila sa pamilya nila? And that is where priceless human interaction and experiences and moments really come into play. Yun yung mga tipong naalala ko nung araw na yun. Kinausap ako ng coach ko o kinausap ako ng boss ko na wow, I don't get that every day. And yung mga ganung moments na yung tatatak yun. That's what I aspire to be. What I aspire to do. It's not an overnight thing. It's always gonna be a continuous process. And what made me realize from sila Coach Topex and the Coach Jeff and all my coaches na nakausap ko is just really about continuous improvement, continuous development. If we can read, if we can watch videos on emotional intelligence, ako I have to aspire to read more of those. Kasi ngayon, puro sports books pa lang yung mga binabasa ko and getting lessons out of yung mga authors ng mga former pros na yun. Pero at the same time, sabi ko, ngayon, to be honest, gusto kong alalahanin lahat. Gusto kong sabihin lahat yung mga natutunan ko sa kanila. Pero siguro talaga, that is that one thing muna that we have to really imbibe, and that is the why. Kasi kapag makita ng mga players mo, ng mga tao mo, ng mga team mo, what is your why, you will gain their trust. You will gain their respect. And again, trust and respect are not given. It's earned. Kahit sino ka pa. Kahit politiko ka, kahit tycoon ka, kahit matagal ka na sa industriya mo, kung papasok ka sa panibagong environment, you still have to earn that. And I find myself assessing and looking back on like my work din in media with me as a host, as an anchor. In a way, I also have control on how production is. Hindi naman control on how production is, but in a way, kumbaga, leader ka. Sorry, yung pa rin better term. Leader ka doon sa shoot mo, leader ka doon sa production mo. And sa mga lessons na to, pagdating sa team concept, tutulungan din ako nito sa trabaho ko sa media by getting to really focus on the little details, on human connection, human interaction. To be honest guys, yun yung main points ko eh. If we are to be a good leader, if we are to be a respected leader from our organizations, from our teams, wherever it is, yun nga talaga, ulit-ulitin ko, finding your why, and at the same time, earning the trust and respect of everybody around us. That is only the first step. And di ko rin ito makakalimutan from Coach Jeff Perlas. Sabi na, importante nga that is we take responsibility. For you to be a great leader, you have to take good responsibility. Kahit ano yan, kahit maliit na bagay yan. Kasi hindi mo magagawa yung mga malalaking bagay. Being responsible for the bigger things if you cannot handle the little things. Taking care of your assignments, taking care of your homework, cleaning your bedroom, cleaning house chores, going in practice, not being late. If we get to do all these things right, yung mga responsibilities natin, yung mga kailangan natin gawin, that slowly builds up on the character on who we are. Kasi kung hindi mo masundan yung sarili mong rules, paano mo mapapasunod yung mga ibang tao when you get to that position? So again, number 1 is knowing your why. Number 2 is fulfilling your responsibility. And number 3 is by leading by example. Katahin ko na yan. Leading by example. You cannot just say, oh, gawin mo to, gawin mo yan, blah, 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 blah. Pero kung hindi naman nakikita ng mga tao around you, hindi mo naman ginagawa eh. So, ba't kita susundin? Leading by example. If you want them to be organized, you yourself must be organized also. If you want your team to be attention to detail, dapat sa'yo rin manggaling yun. Kasi ang gusto kong matutunan ngayon is, yun nga, with that concept of leading by example, is hindi ka na magsasalita. Ano na lang, automatic na lang yun. Kapag nakita ng mga tao yun sa'yo, physically and from within, hindi mo alam, napapasunod mo na pala sila. Nagiging good leader ka na pala sa kanila at the minimum. So yun, those are my 3 things: knowing your why, being responsible, and leading by example. And I know in the future, marami pa akong matututunan when it comes to leadership. And sana itong time na to, makapag-reflect tayo, matutunan natin yun and ma-apply natin yun in our own little ways. Kahit via virtual lang yan. Kasi hindi natin to mapapractice, hindi natin to mapaperfect kung hindi tayo magsimula ngayon. Alright, so this has been Must Be a Good Leader dito po sa Migs Must. Thank you so much guys for subscribing right here on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/migsbustos. Maraming salamat guys for subscribing here, watching Migs Must. Kung meron lang kayong mga dagdag, comments, reactions, or anything, lagay nyo lang yan sa comment section or DM nyo ako sa Facebook or sa Instagram. Alright, so this has been Migs Bustos, Migs Must. See you guys next episode.